What's up? I'm Kobe, man. And chat, today we here with a new video. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about self-belief because it seems like a lot of people don't realize that they still have time. You still have time, chat. Let me be the first person to tell you. You still have time. You still have time to get your life together. You still got time to shape back, have a legendary comeback. You still have time to get back to that old person that you used to be. You still have time to make self corrections. You still have time to get that job you want, that car you want, that house you want, start that life you want, be successful with YouTube, make that brand, become an entrepreneur. You still have time to learn and develop things and traits that you've always wanted to. And the reason why I come on here to say that today is because, for one, you have to be consistent. If it's truly what you want, you have to understand that it's going to take more losses than it is taking gains. I was just watching a video where it talked about how many game winning shots Michael Jordan had taken in his entire career. And I think he said he took 900 shots total in his entire career. And can you guess how many he's made out of those 900 shots? 146. Out of 900 shots, Michael Jordan has only ever made 146 of those shots. But they said all that to say, have you ever heard anyone write a story about the shots that Michael Jordan has missed? So once you're done, continue to do what you do. Continue to fail, 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 fail. Because all it takes is one shot to go in. And they'll remember that shot forever. So it's like, you really have to continue to be consistent. That's step number one. Consistency. Step two is self-belief. If no one else is going to believe in you, bro, you have to believe in yourself. Because nobody else out here in the world can see the vision that you see for yourself but yourself. No one else is going to see the vision that you have for you except for you. No one else sees my vision but me. And even though you want people to believe in you, that doesn't always mean that you're going to have those people that believe in you. That doesn't always mean that you're going to have those people that sit by your side. It doesn't always mean that you're going to have those people that just constantly look and constantly invest time and development and money and all of that into you. You have to be the one to invest that into yourself. Step three, you have to have a firm belief and relationship with the man above, man. If nobody else is gonna be by your side, it's gonna always be him. You should always build a bond with the man above. Because the most important thing that you can have on this earth is not riches, it's not fame, it's not family, it's not all the girls that you want. Is a relationship with the man above. Because as he gives all, he can take all. And nothing that you gain while being down here on this earth will be taking with you when you go to the next level. When it's all said and done and your time is at zero, you have nothing down here. None of your success will go with you to heaven. So the one thing that you should always make sure that you have in your life is a bond with God. Those are the 3 steps to believing in yourself and to get into that life that you want. Being honest with you right now, I feel as though I am in a season of isolation, of self growth, of having to believe in myself and being consistent on a everyday basis on what I want to have done. I've been trying to lock in with YouTube for a year consistently, but I've been trying at YouTube since I was a little kid. Like since I was like it was 2014. I'll put the page up on the screen right now. 2014. My account, my page was my name. I've been trying with YouTube since then. I've never been crazy consistent. I've never been crazily good at what I did. But one thing that I've always been, even when going back to watch myself, I've always been myself. I've always been the exact person that I knew I could be. And I feel as though right now I am truthfully just going through a rebuilding stage in my life. I feel as though I am, if you read the Bible, you know the story of Job, the man who worshiped God beyond all measures, worshiped God beyond everything. My bad, chat. But he worshiped God beyond everything. Like Job truthfully feared God and was the perfect example outside of Jesus Christ himself. And he was also the man that God took everything away from, just as a test, because Satan said that you have given him everything. So if you take everything away from him, will he will not worship you no more. God took away his family, his riches, everything, like literally everything. He gave him bone diseases, skin diseases, messed with his skin, his mental, all of that. And yet, Job never, ever, ever went against God, even when everything was taken away from him. And I'm not saying I've had everything that I've ever wanted in my life, but I'm saying for a while there, I got comfortable. I wasn't grateful. I was greedy. I wanted more. I wanted more. And it's okay to have that hunger as long as you're grateful for the stuff that you have. And I was no longer grateful for the stuff that I had. I wasn't constantly building that bond with God. And like I just said, the 3 steps to have what you want, to get where you want to be in the future, is by number one, which it was number 3, but it should have been number 1, having a bond with God, continuing that bond with God. So it's just like once you realize that those are the 3 steps, you will forever remember that. And you will forever keep those 3 steps beside you because you want to grow and develop. So today I want to actually read y'all a chapter out of Job. Job is the chapter that I'm currently reading out of for myself, but I'm just gonna read y'all the first chapter because that's the chapter that I was just talking over. And it says in Job chapter 1, there was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God and escheweth evil. My bad, Chad. I ain't had my morning bottle of water, so you feel me. But as it said, Job was a man that skewed. All right, Chad. We had a technical difficulty there, but as it said, Job is a man that skeweth evil. So it's just like he went against evil, but he was also upright and God fearing. Then it says, and there were born unto him 7 sons and three daughters. His substance also was 7,000 sheep and 300 camel and 500 yoke of ox and 500 she asses and very great and, and a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all men of the east. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. So it says that Job was the greatest man in the east of this time. He was born. His wife was able to have for him 7 sons and 3 daughters, and also they were able to feast every day. You have to understand, like, there are people out here in the world, no matter how ungrateful we are, there are people out here in the world that are not able to eat every day. But it says here that his sons feasted every day. Having feasts with not only one, but all of their siblings. Some siblings are out there in the world right now that cannot see each other. They can't. And it says, and it was so when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sacrificed them, and rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them. For Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. Thus Job continually. Job was so God fearing that every morning he woke up at the top of the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, before the sun even up, like as the sun's going up, to give up burnt offerings. Back then, this is the Old Testament. So back then, the way that they used to cleanse their sins were giving up burnt offerings. Like they would sacrifice something and burn it, and that would be like them asking for forgiveness from God. He did that every morning for his kids, knowing unselfishly, knowing that he didn't sin against God, but doing it just in case his children did the day before. Now there was a day when the sons of God came present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. The Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, do Job fear God or not? Hast not thou made a hedge about him and about his house and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hand, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thy to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that is he hath in thy power, only uphold himself. Put not forth thy hand. So Satan went from the presence of God. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine at the eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the ox were plowed and the asses fed beside them. And Sabeans, hey, chat, look. I apologize if I can't read some of these old words in here. And the Sabaeans fell upon them and took them away. They have slain the servants with the edge of with the edge of the sword, and I am the only one who escaped, allowed to tell thee. While he spoke, yet another came and said, the fire of God has fallen from heaven and hath burnt up the sheep and the servants and consumed them, and I am the only one who escaped to tell thee. While yet another spoke, and then came also another and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands and fell upon the camels and carried them away, and slain the servants with a edge of the sword, and I am the only one who escaped alone to tell thee. While another speaking, there came also another and said, thy son and daughters were eating and drinking in the eldest brother's house, and behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the 4 corners of the house and fell upon the young men. They are dead, and I am the only one escaped alone to tell thee. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, naked came out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thine. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed is the name of the Lord. In all this Job sinned not, nor changed God foolishly. So like I said, chat, Job was a man that was scared of God. Not scared, well, he feared God and skewed evil. He had everything. Like it said, he was the greatest man in the East. And Satan came simply telling God, like, he only fears you because you gave him everything. You've blessed him with everything. But surely if you take it away from him, he will curse your name. He will turn his face from you. And God allows Satan to tempt him just to show Satan that that's not the person that Job was. God allows Satan to take away his family, his ox, his camel, his goats, his servants, everything. And as you can see in that last verse that I read, Job didn't curse. Job didn't get upset. Job simply shaved his head, fell down to the ground, and started praising God and said, For naked I came out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return within. God has given and God has taken away. Understand that in being successful in this world, you have to understand where you come from, where you have gotten. You have to always keep that bond with God, because you never know when it can be all taken away from you for not being grateful, for not being appreciative. But that's all I have for y'all today, chat. The 3 ways of being successful is in this video. And if you watch the whole video, I want to appreciate you. May you please sub to the channel. Kobe out this thing.